Robin.
Let's welcome our hosts, Opie and Anthony. By the way, who's Jim Norton?
Well, thank you, Mr. King.
By the way.
Thank you, Larry.
The Larry King intro. I love that one.
Yeah. I like what the boys are doing with the intros.
I find it hurtful.
Getting big name stars to intro this show.
Big stars.
Big stars. Well, to prove we're live, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
There it is.
August 15th, 2006.
15th, 2006.
Right. Someday, the Book of Mormon will be seen.
No, it's Thursday, June 9th, 2011.
Yes.
And, wow.
Any worthless guests today?
Yeah, I want to cancel all guests. Although we saw the Book of Mormon last night.
Yeah.
And Josh Gad, I believe that's how you say his last name. He's the star of the show.
Yeah.
One of the stars of the show. He's coming in, and this guy is fucking hilarious and just talented as all hell, man.
Hilarious.
It was an amazing show last night, man.
Yeah, Jimmy went again. Obviously, we're going to get into what everyone's listening to us for today. But quickly, Book of Mormon. This damn Broadway show is getting rave reviews. I finally went last night with my wife. Jimmy went. Chevy Chase went.
Chevy Chase. Yeah, I saw the picture of Chevy.
And my girl's like, please don't do this. I'm like, what? Because that's my thing. Making everyone uncomfortable. Like, Jimmy likes to get celebrity photos. I like taking pictures of celebrities and being very just creepy about it and uncomfortable about it. None of us approached Chevy Chase. Nobody. No one in the theater, matter of fact.
I would have said hi to him, but I was like, I mean, for whatever. I got a text from Ope's wife, and she's like, I'll read it verbatim. She was fucking not happy with his...
I don't think Chevy is a...
A lot of people haven't been happy with his photo taking lately. There's one... and his wife is one of the people who is not pleased with his photo taking. Hold on.
I hope you know that was in jest.
Yeah, what?
Okay. No, because we have dummies out there. It's fine. Go ahead.
She writes... Greg is taking pictures. Do you want to switch seats?
Chevy was howling at the Book of Mormon.
Went nuts.
Howling.
Loved it.
He was standing up at times, like out of his mind. He was loving it.
Really?
And he was one of the first guys to jump up and give the standing ovation at the end of the show.
Wow.
This Book of Mormon, and you got to see it.
It really is amazing,
I
man.
definitely got to see this one.
You got to remind yourself you're on Broadway because the material is extremely edgy.
It's blue.
They have baby fucking jokes in a Broadway musical on Broadway.
Fantastic.
And it completely works.
I got to see it. Yeah,
So-
everybody I've heard from that has seen it says it's great.
Yeah, so did that last night to get away from the coverage. How did we get ourselves in the middle of this thing?
I was laughing thinking about that. It's like,
How
God.
did it always it always happens to us.
But do you guys understand? After the show, I went in and did an hour interview with Tom Papa. Had a lovely time, and I come out and I'm talking to Liam, and he goes, "Can you believe he tweeted the photo?" I'm like, "What photo?" And he goes, "Opie tweeted the."
We all did, though.
That was what he said to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of we'll get all the facts out there in the next hour or so. Trust me. But we all tweeted the photo. Did you tweet a photo officially, Jimmy?
No.
Okay. So me and Ann certainly tweeted a photo. Listeners were tweeting photos possibly before we tweeted photos.
It was during the shit hour.
Yeah, it all went down during the shit hour.
I never liked to listen to the shit hour. That's one I would have liked to have heard. It really is a fucking bust.
It just happened. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That photo, I'll say this much. That photo was gonna absolutely be out there, in my opinion, by Monday. I think it would have survived the weekend.
Maybe,
but that photo was gonna be out there by Monday. I don't know if Andrew Brietbart or Brietbart was going to do it himself. I don't know. Well, I don't know what he's thinking, but I had a feeling that it was going to be out there some way, somehow, by Monday.
Yeah.
And then we had an opportunity, and we took a shot. What are you going to do?
You know,
when the Wiener story first started,
yeah,
I had a weird feeling that once again we would be right in the middle of that shit.
I
just
didn't
had
know how.
I had a weird feeling.
That was a picture I took of walking into Fox last night because I did a Red Eye segment.
Yep.
And as I'm walking in, there it is. X-rated pics shows a man's genitals on the giant ticker that goes around the entire building.
Yeah, it's not just a part of the building anymore.
No, I'm just looking at it and it's like, that's hilarious.
Oh, what are you gonna do, man?
Like, that's hilarious.
Are we trying to get Brietbart on the phone?
I guess
We should try to get him on.
Yeah, he's not happy with us.
I talked to him twice last night.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple of times. Not happy. Not happy.
We've said it in many different ways. We believe he didn't want the photo out at the time we were talking to him yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what the future was going to bring with him in that photo, but I strongly believe he didn't want it out yesterday.
No.
And I don't think he wanted us to be the ones that put it out there.
Nope, I don't think he wanted anybody to be the ones that put it out there yesterday.
Right.
And I talked to him, and yeah, he was none too happy. And then he was like, could you help me out? And just write something up that says that it wasn't me doing that. And I'm like, all right. So I wrote something up real quick, and I sent it to him to say, is this okay? Is this good? And he was like, yeah. And then I get an email from like a lawyer, and it's like, well, yeah, the statement you did is okay, but we'd like to add a couple of things to it. I was like, add something to it, send it back to me, and I'll check it out and see if I still feel comfortable with it. And I didn't. There were too many weird lawyerly fucking things in there that made it sound like I was being implicated in something. So I was like, I talked to my agent and stuff, and I'm just not comfortable with what's in this revised statement. I said, I'll be glad to go on any show or write something that said, look, Andrew knew nothing about this. He didn't release it. We got a picture of it from his phone and posted it.
Right.
And again, he knew nothing of this, had no knowledge of this. And that's fine. But I wasn't going to start going like it was a strong breach of trust. That like I don't like words like breach from a lawyer, things like that. So it got weird because I was like, look, I'm willing to help out Andrew and completely state the case that he had nothing to do with this picture getting out, but I'm not going to start implicating me, Opie, Jimmy, the show. So I can't do that. And then I noticed a couple of statements that were put out that had little pieces of the revised statement in it, and I'm like, that's not what I said.
That's why this is extremely interesting, because so much shit gets twisted. Words get twisted.
Yeah.
Things get edited. That's why, thank God, we have our own show, and we'll go through the whole damn thing once again for everybody. Bob called me. He said, the AP wants to talk to you, and we're getting other requests. I'm like, I'm not doing fucking anything. I'm going to sit in my bed, even though it's 100 degrees out, and I'll control my part anyway through Twitter and YouTube. Fuck these people.
You should talk.
I don't trust anybody.
Though. If you talk to them today, this way they can't twist anything.
I talked to AP yesterday.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but they twisted your AP a little bit too, didn't they?
Well, all they did was add one line. It's like, we regret what happened.
Oh, you
to
didn't
the bottom
say that, right?
of my statement, and I never said that.
Yeah, why would they just add that?
I never said that. Yeah,
that seemed odd.
Yeah, we're not gonna pussy out now and say we regret it.
No, whatever happened happened.
There was an opportunity upon us, and spare of the moment, we decided to go for it. That's it.
Over the years, we've been known to do such things.
We didn't have an agenda when Brietbart came in here, and it presented itself, and we decided to go with it. That's the story right there.
I wasn't trying to fuck over Andrew Breitbart either on the whole thing. It's obviously he's mad, shit like that. But
I saw
shit like that happens.
I saw that somebody tweeted me and said, "Well, I don't care if my name is mentioned because I was in the studio," but he was saying that. And Jim Norton, their co-host, assured me there were no cameras in the room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, when did I say that? Like, because when you come in here, you sign something that says you're okay with being filmed. Sam was standing between O&A with a video camera the whole time because D'Onofrio was in here.
Standing. So it wasn't like he was hiding or nothing.
And
I mean,
Twittered
if you're looking
video.
at me and Ann as you're doing this radio show, you're going to see Sam in between us with a camera. You can't help but not see him.
And Andrew was talking about, and I'm like, I don't remember saying that, so I watched the tape. 'Cause I believed him that I had said it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, because that was one of the things that made me feel comfortable enough to send the phone around. You said there was no cameras, but I'm like, there was a bit. And I realized it was the very beginning. He pulls his phone out, and D'Onofrio is there, and he's asking to see it a little bit. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, there's no cameras. Meaning, I think he's going to hold the phone up.
Right.
And then me and Vincent, our hands are empty. We're just going to look at the picture. We're not going to do anything with it.
Right.
And I didn't say pass it around the studio and pass it by the and I explained that to him, and he's like, all right, I won't say that. It's like, I don't care if you mention my name. I'm here.
Right.
But don't act like I set you up, because I certainly didn't. And he knows that now. I talked to him. Everything is cool.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to be implicated like I'm some fucking, like I set him up. I did not do that.
Safe to say, when you come in here, Sam tries to film as much as possible. I have my own private fucking camera that I bring in every day. We all have cell phones that have video capability.
Yeah.
I have this for my pictures.
We have this camera over here up on the ceiling that is used so we can communicate with the booth. That's constantly on. There's a lot of fucking video in this room.
Where is the Iraq TV?
It's broken. They're fixing it.
Oh.
So,
How am I going to watch Iraq?
So Sam realized
Through the window.
that he did catch on video Breitbart, kind of talking about the picture, and then passing the phone around a little bit, and then the footage ends. What happened? You decided to stop filming, Sam?
Well, I didn't film when the phone was over by us.
Right.
I didn't want him to think. I mean, my video camera is not the camera that picked up the phone, and so when the phone was passed from Anthony to Opie, I wasn't the camera.
You pushed the camera up. I remember you doing.
Yeah.
I did see you do that.
I saw you do
Right,
that.
sort of out of respect, we were doing that.
just so he knew that I wasn't. That wasn't the plan, because it wasn't.
Well, Vincent was like, "Wow." There's a great little video clip where Andrew Breitbart, holds up the phone to Vincent. D'Onofrio, right?
D'Onofrio, right?
And his reaction is pretty priceless.
Well, one of the funniest fucking things last night was watching the news, and they were talking about this show and what had happened, and all you see is Jim Norton and Vincent D'Onofrio, like it came from the Norton and D'Onofrio show. like poor Vincent D'Onofrio has to get himself involved in this shit because he was just sitting there.
He was just here to promote Law and Order.
He's just
came back
sitting
to
there.
do the last 8 episodes.
And Private Pile is now involved in the Wiener fucking story.
And
See the value of filming everything.
Oh, God.
And safe to say, him and Andrew do not see eye to eye whatsoever.
No.
But this video kind of makes it look like they're palsy-walsy.
On a side note with Vincent.
Look at us together. We look like old friends, me and Vince.
I know.
Well, he pushed all the way over to you because he realized who Andrew Breitbart was.
He didn't want to be near Andrew.
Right.
Can you? Is there any way we can get that last? It's at like from 2 minutes on, where I say that thing about the camera. Wait,
why don't we just play it?
Oh, you'll play the whole thing? Okay, yeah, play the whole thing.
So this is, I guess this is the beginning of the story, right?
But look
here.
at how close the camera is on Brietbart. That's why I wouldn't have thought that he didn't know there was a real video camera, because it zoomed in on him.
No offense, no offense to Andrew, but I mean, if you're in the media like this, he had to know there was a camera in this room.
Yes.
We're always aware. I mean,
it was obvious.
every time I walk in and out of this building, I'd take a look around and see what the fuck is up for the day.
Look, he's looking right at the camera in that shot.
Yeah.
Plus, I was filming him when it was just him in there. It wasn't like I just came in when D'Onofrio, like,
your camera was
Yeah.
probably on for close to an hour straight.
at least, yeah.
By the way,
okay.
A little side note, Vincent D'Onofrio, he was great.
He was.
That's what I'm saying.
Great.
Because I heard from many people that he's a very tough interview.
Really?
Like, yeah, that he doesn't really talk a lot. He doesn't enjoy doing interviews, is what I've heard.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
I wonder why. Because he pulled into a sex scandal.
Put him right back there. But man, he was fun and open and laughing and everything.
Well, he
didn't mind talking about acting, the craft of acting.
he loved
He had to
that.
loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then when he loosened up, he was great. Let's go to this tape. So this is Andrew Breitbart, and this is sort of where it all begins.
Do you want the part of him explaining it too?
Yeah, man,
Okay.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It's
a lot of
3
people,
minutes.
A lot of people that usually don't listen to us are listening right now to get the story.
This is on Opie Radio. This is the video. By the way, this is from the camera feed. So in the background, you can hear me go, "There's no cameras." But
Right.
from the radio feed,
Hey,
you
if
hear
we
it
need to
better.
stop this to explain it, because we want to get all the facts out
Okay.
today. Because, I mean, the media, we've learned over the years, just spin and fuck up everything.
Yes, they do.
They never get things completely right. So,
Yeah,
this was my last tweet of the night, this video, if you want to check it out for yourself, but we're going to play it here. Go ahead, Sam.
It is satellite radio, so you can, be as graphic as you want.
There's a particular cinematic angle in which you're able to create the perception that something is larger than it actually is.
Force perspective.
Okay? And then, mostly if I'm holding a camera and I'm looking down, you see something, but this guy somehow figured out how to do it from the exact opposite angle, looking up towards,
bottom up.
Yes, here's what I would.
So it's like standing at the base of the Empire State Building with the camera facing up.
Here's what I would title it.
If water was leaking off it.
If I were to title this, and I'm like a photo editor at the AP, and I needed to come up with a title for it, I would call it 2 balls, 1 shaft .jpg. 2 balls, 1 shaft.
2 balls, 1 shaft .jpg.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the undercarriage perspective.
And is he fully aroused?
I just want to stop. I mean, obviously, Andrew's showing his balls right there. He's bragging, man. He's got this picture, and he wants it. Now he's not even hinting anymore. I got a cock picture is basically what he just said.
Greta Van Susteren asked him a good question. She said, why do you have this on your phone? Why is this picture on your phone in the first place? And he said, well, it's from the source. That's where it came from. But you would think if you wanted this thing under lock and key, you would transfer it to your computer, put it in a passworded folder at the very least, and erase it from your phone.
And I don't think Breitbart. I honestly.
And I'm not blaming him.
No, I'm being. I talked to him last night. I really do not think he's spinning or bullshitting. I think that he honestly did not want that photo out. And he's not trying to throw this show under the bus. He is just trying to prove that he's being truthful. Because he's frustrated because the media hates him. A lot of the media hates his guts.
Yeah.
And they know what happened, but they don't care. They're seizing on this to go, Brietbart lied, even though deep down they know what happened. They know the phone got passed around. It was dumb of him to do, but it wasn't dishonest. And it's like, if you have that picture, he's a fucking person. He's just showing it to prove that he has it. And who doesn't want to show something like that off?
Why wouldn't you have that on your phone?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, even the hardcore news guys that you think you respect and think have, chill lives would have that on their phone and they would send it around.
That.
Wolf Blitzer would have that on his phone, in my opinion.
Deep in the Pentagon, they're showing Bin Laden death
Of
pictures
course.
on their phones.
There's a bunch of guys that are well respected that probably have that picture on their phones.
Yeah, that's our next.
Next week.
That's our next.
Next week. I'm serious.
Expose.
Yeah.
What?
We got the photo.
Bin Laden death photo.
Yeah, we got to spread this shit out, though, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. You
I thought
can't
the
do
great-
it all in one day.
Yeah.
The great goof would have been if Opie had Twittered my cock picture.
Yes.
And they grabbed on, and then Breitbart would have had said, "That's not the penis."
That is
That would have
not
been-
his cock.
You don't think I thought about that?
I'd have to send you one though, unless you have the ones I've emailed you.
I've seen a few.
doesn't?
I've seen a few of your cock pics. So
I have one really good one, and it's when, by the way, I don't know when Andrew is describing the angle. I don't know if you can hear me go, yes, that's how you do it,
That's
because I
the
have one
angle.
picture. I really should be sued for false advertising. It makes me look like I'm all cock.
Wow.
It's a good one, but it's deceptive. I have a nice penis, but not the penis in that photo.
Deceptive.
all right, hit this back. So the video from yesterday.
There it is.
Well,
Okay.
what? Oh, Jesus.
Here in Arizona.
Okay, go ahead. We're literally everywhere today.
Yeah. From the undercarriage perspective.
And is he fully aroused in this photo?
Oh, he's an excited chap.
An excited chap.
Yeah.
And
And I'm just talking. I think he's the most heterosexual guy out there. Okay, he really is. But he's definitely reading all the magazines that give him the tips that will cause the men to go, whoa, this is my kind of guy. I'm talking this guy, unless he has that hair disease where you don't have hair.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Where it's
Yeah.
well, there,
Not completely. Not
there might have been some shaving
bunch of
going
manscaping
on.
going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Manscaping.
No, this
Manscaping.
is Blue Boy circa 2000. Let me think. 4-ish. Blue Boy 2.
Did you get something nice?
I think he's got something.
Come on, stay.
That's the
No,
outfit.
is it a photo?
Take a look.
Vincent's begging to see
You see
it.
the photo.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's no camera.
See right there, I just said.
Stop it.
I said, there's no cameras. Meaning, I'm saying that I could, like, all right, maybe I should have phrased that different, but I'm being honest. It really was. I was saying there's no cameras. Like, we're not going to snap a photo if you just hold your. I didn't expect the guy to pass the phone around.
Yeah,
I would have
true.
told him, don't give it to these two. But honestly, that was what that is, and I think that he just seized on that because I don't think he's bullshitting, or I don't think he's being trying to throw anybody under the bus. He is just trying to show that he was not party to the photo, whatever, and he wasn't.
Let's see Jimmy.
You wanna? Yeah.
That's the famous.
I do.
Queer I sound like.
That's
I
the
was holding it
famous.
up to Vincent.
I mean, that's really his?
Yeah.
He sent that?
To Andrew.
Who did he send?
Listen to Vincent.
To a gal down in Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Good angle, though. He's a smart guy, but I think
He's in very good
All I
shape.
can say is from seeing that picture, I want that guy as mayor. Because he is loaded.
that is
Plug that.
what is
D'Onofrio comes off like an innocent bystander too.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
come off like he's in on it, and he comes off like he's not saying the guy should resign or
No
he's throwing him under the
agenda,
bus.
no nothing. He's just
no.
having fun.
Right.
He's actually complimenting the guy's big delicious cock.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just the fact that he was on TV, it just made me laugh. It's like, why is
me.
Private Pile and
He's like-
Jimmy
but he's
discussing Wiener's
He's
dick?
watching, going, "I'm in a sex scandal with the guy who couldn't act,
Yeah.
and wanted me to sign his movie."
Yes.
Who is he?
People are like, wow, Opie and Anthony have really changed.
Private Pile.
No, he shot himself on a toilet.
I know.
We finally get him.
Yes. And we get some broiled in this.
It's called the atomic bomb, though. That's the one that
Yeah, well, that's the one that's going to kill everything.
has not,
but they
has
can't
not seen
show
the
it
light
on
of day.
television.
No,
That is true. They can't.
but on the internet they could under an explicit.
By the way, could you
I think
pause?
if anybody sees that's
Yeah.
For that right there, and that you could see Breitbart handing it over. Nobody asked for it. He just handed it
Now
over.
now it's going to go around the room.
But by the way, I just wanted to point out what a fucking weasel I am, agreeing. Like when he goes, they can't show it on TV. Nope, they can't. You know, just me and Vince.
No.
Couple of buddies agreeing. Can you just rewind that fucking
Couple of
worm?
actors.
I just caught myself what a worm I am. Agreeing zilch.
yeah, well, that's the one that's going to kill everything.
has
Yeah.
not,
But they
has
can't
not seen
show
the
it
light
on
of day.
television.
No,
That is true. They can't.
but on the internet they
That
could
is
under
true.
an explicit.
That is true.
That is true. They can't.
They can't.
Factual Jimmy, thank you.
That's true, Vincent.
He should have put a DI hat on me and just shot me in the chest.
On the internet they could under an explicit.
I think that anybody sees this photo should elect this guy for
Wow.
New York.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's definitely well
Now
equipped.
Jimmy's
He's
looking at
well
it.
equipped for the job. You need a good set when you're running this city.
You do.
Wow, wait.
Hey, take a look.
Wowee.
Opie,
Yeah, so then Jimmy took a look and said, wow, he then he
it
passed
on.
the phone to Anthony.
Yes.
And then you passed the phone on to me. I picked up my own camera. I put Andrew Breitbart's camera down on the console, and I was trying to get a picture. I'm not even going to lie to you.
And he was-
Because I'm thinking, wow, it'd be cool to have this picture because now maybe I could show my friends. And that's how this shit gets out there, by the way. I wasn't even sure if I was going to tweet, I'll be honest with you. And just as I'm trying to take a picture of Andrew Breitbart's phone, Anthony realizes what I'm doing, grabs the phone, making my shot really blurry. And I'm like, fuck!
Well, because
I don't have it.
Because Andrew at that point was looking.
Right.
Like, and if he saw.
Did he see you
snapping of
trying
the
to snap a
picture,
photo?
He absolutely did.
It would have been.
He
yeah.
absolutely saw me trying to take a picture of his
Yeah.
phone. And
So
never
I was
said a
like-
thing about that after the interview.
I was like, oh, no. Oh. And then, I may have inadvertently swung it in front of a camera, another live camera
For a
in
second
the
or two.
studio. And someone
Screen cap that.
capped it. Mm-hmm. And it got back, and
And
wow.
then they sent it to you immediately.
Then it was loosey-goosey.
But you didn't send anything
Wait.
from his BlackBerry or anything.
Hell
like that.
no.
No, I didn't think so.
Wait, but I'm trying to figure this out. So I try to take a picture of Andrew Breitbart's phone, and rips the phone out of my hand, basically. So I don't really get the shot. It's blurry. Then it was in front of a camera for a couple seconds. Was that when Andrew was still in the room?
Yeah.
But he didn't know that. Because
He didn't
I want to
know
get
that.
all the facts
That
out.
was
He
more-
absolutely did not know that.
That was more covert.
Right.
than you placing it on the console, standing over it with your camera.
Yeah, but I was just kind of going for that. You know, I was being goofy and possibly a little like, oh my God, what is he going to do type of shit. You know what I mean? That's what it was more about. Because I'd at that point, I wasn't thinking like I'm going to try to get this picture and then tweet it immediately. I really wasn't thinking that. I wasn't sure what I was going to do.
The guy
probably in the end I would have, but at that moment I don't know.
The guy who screen capped it originally. This is Travis and my favorite part of this entire story.
Yeah.
A couple outlets posted his original screen cap, and under his real name on Twitter, it's Mr. Maloonigan.
Mr. What?
Mr.
Maloonigan. That's Bobo's dog.
Yeah, so a bunch of news sites that said Mr. Maloonigan.
Bobo's dog. That's hilarious.
We're gonna have to get into all that because supposedly in I think a Norwegian paper they quoted my my Twitter profile that I was a model and I gave a model to tell dick jokes on the radio.
Oh no!
They wrote that as a serious thing. The media just sucks.
Nobody
I know we're kind of part of it, but they just suck.
But no offense, but how could they not know that you're not a model?
Thank you. Yeah, especially now. This is a tired fucking face.
They fucking don't check a
They don't
thing.
check anything.
No. So it was screen capped while Andrew was still in the room, but I swear to you, it's my opinion he did not know that went down. The interview ended because Jimmy wasn't around when it got really crazy.
I was talking to Tom Papa, having a lovely comedy chat.
Yes.
I'm not angry. I just was shocked when Liam said that to me.
Because all that happened right at the end of the official show, which is sort of 6 to 10-ish, right? So then Jimmy leaves. Andrew Breitbart said, thank you. I had a great time. I would love to do more radio with you guys. I'll be back soon. And D'Onofrio was great. He had a great time. And then Sam was starting the 10 o'clock hour after O&A Live, the official name. And then me and Ant just started looking at each other like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Are we going to do this?
Yeah, that's...
Because then I started tweeting the blurry picture, and then it's like, fuck that, I'm going to tweet this picture. And then you showed me the phone, your phone, with the picture that was screen capped, and then I took a picture of that. It was just going back and forth. We were just we're kind of being goofy about it.
Yeah, it was
and even at that
fun.
point, I didn't think it was much of a big deal because we didn't even get a great picture of it.
It was very pixelated.
Very pixelated and blurry to begin with because it's off numerous sources by the time we tweeted it, right?
But he, Breitbart's got like the pristine picture, so he still has, you know.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Unless there's more photos. Because if he sent it to a girl in Texas, she has it.
Yeah, I like to think that we prevented that whore from having a payday. Because she has the photo. I don't know if she's a whore. I don't even know her name. Yeah. I should not say that. I have no idea. But it was going to get out there.
I would speculate. I don't know if Breitbart cares about the photo in theory being released by somebody, but I think he just doesn't want anybody to think that he broke his word. It's a really weird thing with these guys, but the media gives him so much shit. He doesn't want people to think that he lied when he said he wasn't going to release it.
Yeah.
And if Wiener had sent this to different women, and obviously he sent it to this, if he said a gal in Texas, I doubt that's the only woman he ever sent it to. Somebody was probably negotiating. These women, if there are some, were probably negotiating to get a fucking payday, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only reason you got the jump on him.
There's the picture of Anthony holding up his phone with the picture on it and that I took.
My iPhone's famous.
It's not your iPhone.
It's my iPhone.
No? What is it?
You have your good boy phone and your naughty boy phone.
That is a naughty boy phone.
Your naughty boy's phone and your good boy's phone. Him have a good boy phone and him not a boy phone. Him not a boy phone and him good boy phone.
And him good boy.
My wife was telling you last night that my son dances to the remix that Drew Boogie made.
If you know how happy that
that's
makes
online
me.
now. So she puts it on for him and he loves it.
And people are like that she knows in her life are contacting her as Chip. I can't tell you how happy I'm destroying their household.
You
the
really
out.
are just a wake of destruction.
We have a really good friend that is in Abu Dhabi and all that. He's always moving. Then all of a sudden he's in Australia.
Yeah.
We don't really know what he does for a living. I've brought him up a few times.
Yeah.
He's in the Army, but I don't know, man. There's something very suspicious there.
Oh.
He's kind of moving around a lot.
Secret agent man.
I don't know. I don't know, but he's a huge fan of the show. But
They've given you a number.
But he
taken away your name.
He lives so far away that he's about a month behind on the show. So he'll comment about the show to us. And I'm like, we did that like a month ago. Because I know I'm that far behind because, I'm busy with stuff that I can't talk about. Imus was just talking about this whole situation.
So I sent Opie an email.
You did?
I said, you can't go to Opie and Anthony's studio. Breitbart said, what's his name?
Brietbart.
He seems like an idiot to me. I mean, he doesn't seem like the brightest bulb in the whatever. So if you go into Opie and Anthony's studio, they are now my heroes, by the way. With your cell phone, and pass it around to those guys, and Jim Norton's there?
Duh.
What are you, nuts?
Okay, you promise, guys?
See, we're trying to be nice about it, but this is perfect.
Oh,
you promise, guys?
You promise, guys? You're nuts.
Guys? Swear to God?
Oh, Jesus.
All right, here.
Look what I got on my cell phone.
Take a look.
You moron.
Don't show anybody.
Yeah. I mean, they have... Anthony had to jerk the phone away from Opie because Opie was trying to take a picture of it with his phone. Oh, no, come on. And then, of course, then their video camera system in the studio got it, right, Lou?
Yes,
Bernie?
they taped it surreptitiously, yes.
Exactly.
Okay. And then they were fighting one another to see who could tweet it first. Good for them.
That's exactly how it went down.
Imus got the story completely right.
He's the only guy that gets it completely right. And that's exactly what we said. Me and Ann looked at each other like, fuck you, I'm going to tweet this first. A little competition between me and Ann. At that point.
Imus, the only guy that got every bit of that right.
Good for them. Rob sent me Opie on YouTube explaining what happened, and that's what they do. I mean, come on. So we'd have done the exact same thing, wouldn't we?
Who'd have thunk it? Opie and Anthony.
You promise, guys?
Promise, guys. I was thinking that, though, last night. I'm just like, when this whole thing started, like the last thing I thought was that this dopey-ass show would be the one that put the cockpick out.
I just had a feeling. On this one, I just had a weird feeling somehow we were going to get involved.
The cockpick.
And then when you were out drinking with all those guys a couple nights ago, I'm like, we are so going to be the... I just knew in my soul we were going to be the ones. Yeah, I just knew.
Yeah, it was something.
Well, after we left yesterday, getting back to what happened, so we did what we did yesterday. We were fighting each other to tweet it first.
Yeah.
Not really thinking, about relationships or anything. We just knew we had something. We're like, fuck, we can't help ourselves.
Yeah.
The news just went nuts.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at here. Bob calling me for the first time in months. This is yeah, I know, Bob. Shut up.
Hey,
go do what you do. I'm doing what I do. This is wow, it's yeah, I know.
And
Bob is a breathy ass.
He really gets like...
That's for all that French horn playing. He exhales heavily.
Like he's playing the horn all the time.
Exactly. I wish he was playing the horn, but it was actually a shotgun. Stupid agent.
Before I hung up on him...
Toodly-doo, flunk.
Before I hung up on him, he said something like, and the company has no problem with this one. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever. I don't care if they do.
News?
I don't care if they do at this point.
Probably because there's things signed or whatever, or I don't know.
I wouldn't even care.
Why am I speculating?
Anyway.
I'm a lawyer. I'm a creep and a tranny chaser.
Where's the all right. We got so You're
panicking.
Where are the radio shows that were talking about us that someone was talking about?
Mr. Malone.
That's Mr. Malone again.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, check under the paper. It's on a separate disc.
I love it.
Travis gave you the
okay, I got it. All right, so it starts with this. Extra.
A secret.
I guarantee you if I released that photo, he would resign.
So, how'd it get out? A camera in the studio of New York DJs Opie and Anthony captured the picture on Breitbart's phone. Then they tweeted it. Now, more questions. Will Anthony resign? And did Wienergate just open the door for Alec Baldwin to become the next mayor of New York City?
I will not resign.
Oh, okay.
I'm officially stating here, I'm not resigning.
Extra gets a smiley face for not calling us shock jocks.
Extra. It was kind of funny to see shock jock again written after many years. To see Opie and Anthony shock jocks Opie and Anthony. I'm like, what? Really?
Yeah, that's why I started my dumb video. Which, hey guys, shock jock, Opie here.
Is that us? Really, shock jock?
Hardball.
The underlying conduct was not as bad to me as the cover-up and the lying.
Releasing that picture of his private parts.
Well, he didn't release it. He went on a radio show, and Opie and Anthony, I think, took a picture of it, and they released it.
What?
Chris, it's not
what
good.
are you talking about? Never mind. Do you think?
What?
She really didn't handle it well.
Shit.
And then I'm not a fan of Ed Schultz, I'll be honest with you.
Who's Ed Schultz?
He's just a blowhard.
Blowhard.
Is he a windbag?
He's
I
just a
love that.
blowhard.
Full of
He's
hot
a
air.
blowhard.
Let's hear Ed Schultz.
And I would probably lean more his way if I had to admit it, but I don't care that much to admit that shit. But he's just a blowhard. He's kind of trying to do a Rush Limbaugh thing for the other side.
Oh no,
that trick never works.
I don't like Ed Schultz at all.
Does he talk in his own voice?
So the convenient avenue, Breitbart passed around the.
By the way, I say that without knowing what he said. I swear.
Yeah.
He has hair like Nicholson in fucking Few Good Men. He looks like Nicholson, but fatter, if that's possible in that movie.
Look at his face. He's like,
If you needed a definition of a blowhard, he's that.
Oh, he really is. Larry Flint hair.
a windbag.
A windbag.
So the convenient avenue, Breitbart passed around the X-rated photo. And don't you know, the photo was later tweeted by Opie and Anthony, and they are, of course, claiming one of their viewers did from the stream. Breitbart is crying foul, saying that Opie and Anthony, well, they violated his trust. Sure, Breitbart. You just let Opie and Anthony do your dirty work.
Can you pause? Oh.
Next, Republican hypocrisy on sex scandals.
You know, this is why you have to hate people who are obsessed with agenda. What that guy just said is 100% wrong. I talked to Brietbart privately last night.
Yeah.
He was not fucking happy. He's like, my fucking, he didn't curse. He's like, my integrity to a fault. Dude, he was real. How long did I stand outside the my sushi was rotting. I'm outside the restaurant talking to him. He was freaking out.
Me and Jimmy had a play date after Book of Mormon. My girl goes home to get back with the kid, and me and Jimmy had sushi, and I'm sitting there by myself like my date left me.
Believe me, I understand. I was out on my at my table in my yard
just babbling
while my trainer was sitting inside waiting for me to get off the phone because I was on the phone with Andrew, and he was not a happy camper.
He didn't say, let's spin this. He was like, I feel like I did not want this out. I gave my word. He was not happy. That Ed Schultz.
He's a blowhard, I told you.
But I mean,
he gets shit wrong. He's got an agenda.
He either just has it wrong,
he's got it
or
wrong.
He lied, or he just doesn't want it. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just doesn't know the facts. But Ed Schultz, you're 100% wrong on that.
He conveniently spun it. Simple as that. Ann called me yesterday, and I was whispering. I'm like, hello? And he's like, what are you doing?
Like, what?
I'm like, I'm under my covers. I'm hiding. And you went, Andrew, you go, Andrew called me. And I'm like, well, you should hide too then.
Just hide.
Just hide and hope it goes away. Hannity. Let's see how Hannity handled this last night.
Now, this afternoon, the X-rated self-portrait that was allegedly taken by Wiener and sent to a 26-year-old woman in Texas suddenly emerged on the internet. Now, the picture was posted by Opie and Anthony of the Opie and Anthony radio show, who later revealed that the graphic photo was captured off of conservative blogger Andrew Breitbart's mobile phone by a video camera at the Opie and Anthony studio. Now, Breitbart later told Fox News that he was, quote, mortified by the post, saying it was done without his permission, even calling it, quote, a complete violation of trust. Now, regardless of all that, let's be clear. There is now pornographic photos of Anthony Wiener floating around the internet, and that's a United States member of Congress.
I think Hannity got it right.
Whoops.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I think Hannity got it right.
Didn't he say on the air that he offered to show me the photo? Didn't he say that at one point?
Yeah. That's what I heard. He had offered to show
Hannity said that.
Hannity the picture, and Hannity didn't want to see it.
But Hannity was afraid that he would be compared size-wise. I'm just speculating.
He did not want to.
I don't know.
He hates a straight-laced guy.
Yeah, but I don't understand that. If you're a guy and a guy goes, look, I got the photo. I got the photo.
Well, he's very,
you have to look.
Very Christian.
Yeah. But how do you not look?
It's offensive.
And then, maybe, I don't
His
know.
ideals.
Maybe go to a church afterwards. But how do you not look if someone goes, look, I got the photo everyone's talking about? How inside your body do you say, no?
It doesn't. So I talked to him after his show quite a few times. He's a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
He really is. Like even in private chats, like he'll say, "Oh, your act is so naughty. We enjoyed it." But
but
he's like a goody. He's like a goody gumdrops. He doesn't do anything.
He's not a fuddy-duddy, though, right?
No, not at all. No, he's fierce. He's fierce, actually.
Stephen Colbert.
I'm trying to do the decent thing here, not release the photo. I'm doing this to save his family, okay?
That is called ethics, folks. And
Colbert, hilarious.
Colbert greater than Jon Stewart?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And today, this good man cemented his journalistic credibility by appearing on America's most trusted name in news, the Opie and Anthony radio show.
Most trusted name in news.
Wow.
Colbert. That's hilarious.
It puts him in the Imus category.
Oh, is that funny?
The two guys that got it completely right.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yep.
But he didn't get it right. This is not the most trusted name in news.
Oh, literal Jim.
Name in news, the Opie and Anthony radio show, where he bravely resisted their request to show the photo.
We can just see the photo. I mean,
Let's see, Jimmy.
You want it?
Holy shit.
I haven't heard any of this. I decided to blow all this off yesterday and just chill. And then go to Book of Mormon. Oh, man, I missed some fun stuff last night.
Photo.
We can just see the photo. I mean,
Let's see, Jimmy.
You want it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you wanna, Opie and Anthony. Too bad this man has staked his reputation on the moral choice to keep this private for the man's family.
That's the famous.
That's the real one?
Okay, he didn't resist for long, but you gotta think that thing's burning a hole in his pocket. Speaking of which, here's the photo. Okay, it's a little blurry. I wish it was blurrier, frankly. It's blurry because it's a phone photo that Andrew Brietbart had his phone that Opie and Anthony then took a phone photo of. But you get the idea.
That is hilarious.
Want to respond to
Colbert
What has happened here?
Can I say, in the light of all...
We got everyone laughing today, man. I hope they thank us.
That Colbert.
That reassures me.
Did you tweet that?
No. Michael, I will die. Having never tweeted, I'm not on Facebook, I will die.
Hanging in there. All right, Patty, here's the story.
We're making everyone happy today.
That's hilarious.
How did that guy just kill with that unfunny statement? I'm not on Facebook and Twitter. They're fucking howling.
I don't have steel-belted radials.
Yeah. They're acting like he just farted into the mouth of a quadriplegic or something, which would make me laugh. I have eggs in my mouth.
Aw.
I am tired.
Oh, sleepy.
I am pooped.
Wide awake since yesterday.
Yeah,
I couldn't sleep
You
when I
didn't
got
sleep?
home. No, I was too excited, but the day was too. We ate too late. I ate sushi too late.
Oh, I was out cold.
I was fucking hanging out by the pool, nice glass of wine, when I get the call from Red Eye, and they're like, hey, we'd like you to come in and do at least the opening segment for the show, and I'm like, you know what? Anything for my godfather. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it up. They're like, okay, we'll send a car. So I'm like, well, that's cool.
They sent a car?
Well, then I got a call and said, we really don't have enough time for the car because they called me pretty late.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'll cruise in. That's fine. So I drove in, did the show, drove right the fuck back out.
We're gonna have that audio after the break.
And
Anthony on Red Eye.
interestingly enough,
Yeah.
a guest on the panel last night, Paul Mercurio.
Fuck that guy.
No, he was actually very cool.
Yeah, he's fine. He's good.
He was actually very cool. He called me when I was driving home. We had a
chat,
pretty good chat on the way home, and I think it'd be very cool to have him back on the show. And I was like, no, you're an asshole.
No, we should have him on. We've talked about that before.
It's been so long. I was like, just have it. I go, we could have you come on, and the second you walk in, just play that church music. It's just like keep turning the screws on him.
I
have no problem
juicy
with the guy.
lips.
Yeah, no, I don't either. He's kissable, but I have no problem with it. Other than the fact that I just want to grab his cheeks and give him a peck square on the old lipperoos.
But it was funny, like having him on the panel
In the middle of another controversy.
Yeah. I had been. They put me downstairs where Andy Levy usually sits.
Right.
Andy had to sit there, and then, like, right when they cut Andy off, I had to jump in Andy's seat. They're plugging me in real quick.
Oh,
and
that's cool,
and then
man.
I was sitting in Andy's seat, which was kind of cool. Andy Levy, who's fucking hysterical.
I love Andy Levy. He should be bigger than he is.
He's
He's
great.
on his way, though.
He's hysterical.
I don't care for him.
You don't care for Andy Levy?
Not at all. He's mean.
He's mean-spirited.
Greg, it's funny. I called Greg last night, and he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He picked apart this, not just this piece, but the whole thing. He's
The whole thing is
really bright guy.
He should be bigger than he is too. He'll be moving up in the world
he's
too.
getting very, very
Although that Red Eye obviously is a big show.
I've heard something. They like
getting a lot of respect.
They like being a little bit under the radar at Fox because.
Remember those days?
Yeah, under the radar.
Actually, under the radar is the best fucking place to get your dirty work done.
Yeah,
we have a tough time doing anything now.
They do a podcast too now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's every day. It might be, but it's in the afternoon. A little podcast where they kind of maybe give a little preamble to what they'll be talking about that night, and just about anything pops up. It's kind of Greg's day,
right?
Andy or Bill, something like that. But it's really an entertaining podcast if you can catch it.
We'll play the audio of Ann on Red Eye after the break, but we move on here with some of the news. This is just some of the news coverage. Now it's where are we at? Elliot Spitzer. Oh my God, what did he have to say about this?
Spitzer.
The blogger Andrew Breitbart promised he wouldn't release has now gotten out. Brietbart, who first broke the story, was on the satellite radio show Opie and Anthony this morning and passed around a cell phone image of the explicit shot, all the while reiterating he doesn't want the photo to be distributed. Take a listen.
Good angle, though. It's a smart guy.
By the way, I'm not releasing it. I can't think of any other publication that wouldn't. I could probably get a gazillion hits off of my page. I'm not doing that to him and his family. That's my stated position.
You're awesome for that. Thank you. Seriously, yeah, it's awesome.
Yet now it is, in fact, all over the internet.
See, we'll do that. See, I know he wouldn't do that for the sake of the family. We will.
But he couldn't have been like the guys that are saying that he lied. It's like, all right, what he did wasn't the brightest move, like as far as keeping it secret, but it wasn't dishonest. And it's like when they're killing him for being, if they say, hey man, that was an ass move, all right, fine. But when they're saying he's being dishonest, that is how they spin it.
Yeah.
And it's like there's audio proving that he wasn't lying, and it doesn't matter. They don't care.
No, they don't.
Spitzer talked to Breitbart, so now Breitbart enters the story.
Yes.
Late in the day yesterday, because I think he flew back to L.A., right?
Yeah, and this is where he said that he hearing on Greta, he said that I had assured him.
And rightly so.
And it was in the Hollywood Reporter, too.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'll let Andrew Breitbart explain. He joins me now live from Los Angeles in an exclusive primetime interview. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Elliot.
Thanks.
Well, let me ask you the question directly. As you can imagine, a lot of people are saying that when you showed the host of the radio show that shot on your iPhone or phone, whatever form it is, you must have known that one of the cameras in the studio would pick it up and then somehow it would get out. Is that an accurate assessment or no?
No, it's not an accurate assessment. In fact, if you listen to more of the tape that you just played, Jim Norton, who works for the show, assures me that there are no cameras. I've never said that I wouldn't show it to people. In fact, I was on the Sean Hannity radio show, and he joked with me about he was the one person that didn't want to look at the photo. The photo is proof, and it's proof of something that people still to this day, including Joan Walsh, and Bill Press, who went on MSNBC doubting that the picture even exists. Right now, we find out that there are publishers like Gawker that would take this photo and publish it. My website refuses to publish this photo. They have admitted that they took this photo surreptitiously. They said they did it without my knowledge. They even said that there were no cameras there. So you should talk to SiriusXM. You should talk to SiriusXMU and ask why their employees were misrepresenting the truth in that room.
Andrew, this may surprise a lot of people. I'm absolutely willing to take your word for that on this issue right now. No dispute from me. You haven't taken that photo and used it for a whole number of purposes for which you could. And so there it is. Let's put that aside.
Yeah, of course you agree. Please, anytime a photo doesn't get out or a fucking story or maybe hookers or things.
And Jimmy was telling the truth there as far as there's no camera because of the angle. Andrew, you got to explain.
When I said that's what I explained in the beginning. When I said that to him, it wasn't.
Jimmy was telling the truth at that moment. I know this sounds a little weird, but he really was.
Jimmy did not think the camera that his phone. Breitbart's phone was going to start being passed around at that point. He thought it was going to be D'Onofrio and himself, Jimmy,
because we thought
seeing the picture, and there wasn't a camera on that angle at all.
We thought Andrew was just going to, I'm just going to reiterate, hold up his phone to Vincent and Jimmy. I'm thinking we're going to see the photo eventually, maybe after the show. I knew we were going to see the photo no matter what.
I didn't even know
when
if he
Jimmy said
it
there's
up.
no camera, he was absolutely telling the truth to Andrew Breitbart.
Yes.
There was no cameras in that area.
Once
but then
it made
he started
the turn to me,
then
now we're all fucking... now we're all videoed.
As soon as it makes that turn, yeah, Ant's right. Now you're in a world of cameras because you got Sam right there. You got me being an idiot picking up my fucking phone. There was another camera, let's just say. But
why would
But when you said there were no cameras, there officially weren't at that part of the room.
But because why would I say? Like, why would I say there are no cameras in this room, knowing every cell phone has a camera on it? Yeah. And knowing that Sam was standing there videotaping the whole thing. Oh, there's a
little more.
What happened? Oh,
O&A
would never post the picture himself and insist he wasn't in on it.
My website refuses to publish this photo. They have admitted that they took this photo surreptitiously. They said they did it without my knowledge. They even said that there were no cameras there.
See, it's a chance you take, though, when you passing around an iPhone with a picture, of the picture. Kate Baldwin live from Washington with more on the growing list of representatives calling for Wiener to quit the House. Good morning, Kate. Good morning.
And again, to reiterate, I would never say there are no cameras. It was almost like if I was to say there were no cameras in this room with Sam standing there with a video camera.
Yeah,
I would sound like I was mentally retarded.
You would need Jedi mind shit.
There are no cameras in this room.
There are no
with the
cameras
exception
in the room.
Of that oddly colored man with the fucking Wallona hairdo filming from 8 feet away.
You're not seeing a camera.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a camera.
But in fairness, when I talked to him, he's like, okay, I believe you. And he didn't argue. Like, when I explained it, he understood it.
And you were, and Jimmy was technically out of this one because it all went down after you left the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't mind being in it. I just didn't want to be accused of something I didn't do.
I mean, the facts are the facts. You would have absolutely stayed behind and been part of this. But the show is over. You left just assuming that's it.
Yeah,
you saw the photo and that's it. Andrew's going to go fly back to L.A. and nothing else is going to happen.
Well, Jimmy
all
did.
hell broke loose after Jimmy left.
But Jimmy was in the studio, and we were all in the studio when his phone, when Breitbart's phone did pass by.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
A live
that was on the
cam.
show. Absolutely.
Yeah. But then after the show, during the wonderful Sam Roberts after show shit hour, that's when everything started happening, and it's like, all right, tweetage.
The value, though, of videotaping, I will pat myself on the back. I have been obsessive. It's important.
Yes.
Jeez, look at this, too.
Yes.
And you know what?
What happened?
Breitbart yesterday was saying, after the show, he was saying, like, well, thought all the news people would be all over me today, but pretty much, they've laid off. There's nothing really going on. It's like, see? He likes the news. He likes being on the news. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's back on every fucking news thing. So, boy, are they asking for that Wiener to fucking leave after yesterday, aren't they?
Well, you know what?
Oh, anything we could do to...
We're not even...
that photo is not going to... I'll tell you one thing. The sexting that's coming out, all the details from these women, they keep... It's like what Tiger Woods happened. This photo is one piece of it, but it's not what's going to get him to resign.
It is one piece of it, but let me tell you something. When Nancy Pelosi has to take a look at a turgid, veiny hard-on with shaved balls, knowing that it's Anthony Wiener's, she does not want him around, especially during elections. Mm-hmm. So I'd say bye-bye for Wiener.
Oh, elections.
Oh, yes, erections.
Let's go to Greta Van Susteren.
Greta Van Susteren.
This treat.
More bad news tonight for Congressman Anthony Wiener. That naked crotch shot he took of himself is now all over the internet. Shock jocks Opie Anthony.
Go blow yourself.
Jack.
Go blow yourself.
She doesn't
Jack.
She doesn't write the copy, though. She just reads it. She's not writing the copy.
She doesn't read it. I don't think she...
That's an old school stupid term.
There's nothing shocking about this show other than the fact that we're employed.
Cub reporter.
Yeah, exactly.
Greta Van Susteren.
Opie and Anthony got their hands on the photo and tweeted it. They snapped a shot of the picture from journalist Andrew Breitbart's cell phone, but Breitbart says they did it without his permission. As you know, Breitbart runs BigGovernment.com, the website that first reported Congressman Wiener's Twitter scandal. So what happened? BigGovernment.com editor Andrew Breitbart joins us. Andrew, nice to see you. And how did this picture hit the internet?
I went on the Opie and Anthony show. I'm friends with one of the guys on there, Jim Norton. I just befriended.
What about Anthony?
Well, he was about to say I just befriended Anthony.
Befriended.
Oh.
Yeah,
I do feel bad about that. He was fun to hang out with.
Oh, well. Yeah. Hopefully you get that back together.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it'll be all right.
Show. I'm friends with one of the guys on there, Jim Norton. I just befriended Anthony the other night. And I just decided before I went to the airport, why not stop in for some hijinks before I get on the airport, out to the airport. And I went in there, did a long interview with them. I thought everything went great. They took a picture with me afterwards. But during the interview, they asked me if they could see it. I said, well, make sure you don't show it to anyone.
Pulled his fly down.
And Jim Norton said, there aren't any cameras here. And so I felt very comfortable that nothing, bad would happen with it. And next thing I know, I found out that they surreptitiously recorded it and tweeted it on the internet, and they've subsequently admitted that they did so without my permission. And it's very troubling because for an employee of SiriusXMU to say there are no cameras here, and then you find out that there are cameras here and they're going against their word and taping it, it's deeply problematic.
No, it's not. And why is he blaming an indie rock channel? SiriusXMU.
SiriusXMU.
Has never got promotion like this.
Yes.
Is that a Rob Cross channel?
That's his baby.
Wow, SiriusXMU is in deep trouble.
Rob Cross and topics.
Isn't that an indie rock channel or something like that?
It's like the college. It's like the Sirius equivalent to the college radio channel.
He was just trying to clear his name. He's not trying to get anybody.
Everybody in Brooklyn listens to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is Howard talking about today? He's got a Jessica Hahn interview from, I think, 1990, I think, is what's on that channel today.
Well,
just because someone was asking, that's all.
No need to.
SiriusXMU is getting all this press.
Actually, Richard Simmons, it's an interview with Richard Simmons congratulating Howard on the birth of one of his daughters.
Is it
and that
rerun?
That daughter's now 20-something.
Is it a rerun?
Yeah, he's not here.
Oh.
He took a week off and he did his 3 days this week.
God, that would be so nice. I so wanted to take today off.
I didn't. I came in early today.
Yeah, you did.
I took a shower.
You were here at 6:05.
Normally, I believe. Yes, I walk in. Believe me, as ecstasy of the gold is wrapping up. I'm fucking
Ecstasy of the gold.
Of the gold.
Ecstasy of the gold.
Of the gold.
That's what it's called.
No, it's not.
What's it called?
Ecstasy of gold.
Just ecstasy of gold.
Ecstasy of gold.
You don't have to
Ecstasy
put
of the gold.
It's
The gold.
the ecstasy of the gold.
Ecstasy of gold.
It's on one of my favorite programs.
I thought it was ecstasy of the gold. All these years, I've been
You are
kicking
a-
women in the pussy for correcting me.
You're a jack of the ass.
Yeah, well, you're a hat of the hat rack. I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Breitbart continues with Greta. Ugh.
All right, I know that.
The ugh is for Greta.
I like Greta.
Sexy
She took
name.
Ozzy and Sharon to the White House correspondence.
You like Greta
I
Van
do.
Susteren?
She hung out with Ozzy. I'll always like her.
All right, I know that
Now I hate
you
her.
maintained the pictures because right when the story broke at first is that there was an effort to make less of you or to try to discredit you when it was first denied that he had sent this picture out on the Twitter, the first, the one in the underwear, that shot. So I understand why you kept the pictures, but why are they on your phone? I mean, on my phone I got like 75 of the pictures of my cats and dogs, but why do you have this on your phone?
Peanut butter jars.
It's because it was sent to me from the source. I have all the photos were sent to me, and email is how you get it, and you read email, and that's where it is. So it's not like I had it up as a wallpaper.
It goes right to a dog licking the pussy joke.
I know.
Peanut butter jars.
It's nothing original.
Why would she photograph the jars? You would keep that under your hat. You wouldn't carry pictures of the jars.
You could have your dogs and cats on the phone, but then like, oh, a dog, a cat. Why a Skippy jar? Why is there a jar of Skippy here, Greta? Oh, I meant to delete that
And why
one.
are there scratch marks through the word Skippy where the little fellow was eagerly trying to take the lid off, but he can't because he's a fucking canine.
Why are you on Amazon buying oven mitts at discount in quantity? Oven mitts.
That dog hates oven mitts. His 4 little dog booties.
Walking all fun, goose stepping with his front little paws because he doesn't like the duct tape on his hands, holding the oven mitts on. So as not to scratch her hips with his dew claw. I don't know. Look, to clear it up, I don't know if Greta lets a dog lick her vagina with peanut butter on it. I don't know.
Oh, if she doesn't, she should. I'm sure it's wonderful. I know I would.
Is. If I had a vagina, I would.
I would love a dog to lick my asshole for a few minutes. You know how great that would feel?
Big tongue, and they don't lose energy
They
either.
never lose interest.
They just want to lick.
And as the flavor ran out, he would just dig deeper for more. You'd feel that probing, stupid dog tongue.
Just get him on a good panting day.
Yeah. You ever see a dog try to get like the last bit of dog food out of a can at the bottom and they're really digging? That's what it would be after it was all off your cheek.
You'd feel his tongue burrow into your ass, and then you'd feel his stupid cold nose on your tailbone.
I hope some of the media has just tuned
I really
in
do too. We're talking
to try
about
to get some of the story.
Dogs eating our asses. What do you think of them apples? Papers and TV outlets.
Keep writing.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
Get that
funny.
transcript out immediately.
Oh
Yes.
boy. Yes, we tuned in. That's what you want to tune into. Dogs really do burrow those noses in, don't they?
They
When
love it. All wet and cold.
Do you think a dog would dig into your asshole for a couple minutes?
So deep.
Jesus.
You get that, CNN?
And thank God he has oven mitts on, because he would try pawing your ass cheeks apart like dirt.
Yes. Scratching. Oh, fuck.
What a weird day. All right, listen.
I gotta
It
eat.
was off your cheeks.
We're going to eat when we get back.
Yeah, let's eat and then we'll
Anthony
come back.
came back to the city to do Red Eye. We got that audio for everybody.
Yeah.
From brown eye to red eye.
We got radio guys talking about us, including Todd Schnitt, Rush Limbaugh, and Sean Hannity.
I hear Todd Schnitt is a real douchebag.
Well, I don't want to tangle with him.
Is he a douchebag?
Is he around here?
No, he's in, I'm going to guess Florida.
Yeah, XM just simulcast.
Oh, yeah, great.
We're the same
Another
agent?
good choice.
Of course we do.
Do we?
That's what I was just told.
But he,
all right, well, I don't know what he said, but he said some
he
shit.
has the word Schnitt, like rhymes with certain things, like a Schnitt or whatever, like he's uses
does he do some
talking Schnitt, like that type stuff?
He does that, you think?
I think it's. I looked at his thing yesterday.
What is his problem? He would do the exact same thing.
But he
course
didn't.
he
That's
would.
his problem.
Yeah, that's his problem.
Erock knows this shit. Wasn't he part of kind of a
Schnitt list?
What?
The Schnitt list.
Yeah, well,
he's a Schnitt dick.
Schnitt dick.
What show was he part of for a while
Schnitt
before he
liquor.
went on his own?
Hitler and Schnitt.
Schnitt and head.
He had a morning show in Tampa called MJ and BJ.
Okay, it is MJ and BJ.
Oh.
These guys did exactly what we did. I know exactly what's going on here. I just figured it out. A lot of the quote, and I hate when they use it, but we'll say it for this, shock jocks couldn't adjust to the environment in radio, so they moved on from being shock jocks, and now they're trying to be mainstream, and they're trying to be political and all that crap, and want to forget that they were in the shock jock category.
Yeah.
MJ and BJ would have absolutely fucking tweeted this photo.
Yeah.
I don't even know these guys, but I remember their show. I know their show. They absolutely would have.
Yeah, so they
Mancow
should
would
have
have
this-
absolutely tweeted this photo before he decided to be high and mighty and Christian and political. all of a
Fake
sudden.
morality that they pour on after, doing all kinds of let's fucking pour shit over this girl's tits and have her pick up money with them.
Exactly.
His partner BJ left him like 10 years ago, so it's just been he does this morning show as MJ Kelly, and then in the afternoon he does a political talk show under his real name.
There you go.
I really wish
There you
people
go.
could see Eric right now because he has a fucking a 3-month Nicholson shining beard. It's a creepy beard.
Yeah, let me say.
Yeah, you should be rubbing Danny's head, assuring him that you won't axe attack him.
Yeah, look at that. What is that? Growing a beard, just growing lazy.
Lazy, huh?
Lazy. Yeah, just
I
a little
knew that.
lazy.
Are we going to get into the Fez thing later?
I think we should.
Got to get into that.
There's big controversy brewing.
He had
It
some
sure
words.
is. Huh?
He had words.
All right, we'll
I
get
don't
into
like
that
when there's
later.
tension between the shows.
Never tension between us and the Ronnie B.
Well, peripheral, the whole Roland thing.
All right, well.
I figure Roland's a member of our family here.
That's right.
As of yesterday, anyway.
Well, we got more on the Wiener thing after the break. We're going to eat now, and more news reports coming in. Danny just handed a couple more over, so
cool.
This show fucking is an easy one today, huh?
Oh yeah.
Also, Josh Gad in studio later. He's pretty much one of the stars. One of the stars of Book of Mormon.
Tremendous.
The Book of Mormon.
The Book of
Ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ensemble.
There's a colored girl in this that sings her.
Oh Jesus!
That's not the.
Nikki,
What-
I
what
think her name
happened?
is. I want to say Nikki
African-American.
St. James.
What happened?
I think it's African American.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, that's
the
right.
one.
Everyone's listening today. That was a joke, you
That's
assholes.
what we say.
Hold on. Her name is
African-American.
Nikki something.
She could sing her ass off.
Yeah, she is. Nikki M. James. She's fantastic.
She's unbelievable. All right, we'll break here,
Yes.
and we'll continue with this shit. Stay there.
Life.
Good evening. Good evening. Food, all right. All right. No. He's dead. No, my health doesn't allow it.
Gregorio!
Antonio.
Amy.